Sometimes 5-month-old babies cry, and they cry, and they cry, and they cry, and it just doesn't stop. No matter what you do, it doesn't stop. You can hold them, you can rock them, you can do everything that you could possibly do, and that scream just pierces your heart and soul and doesn't stop. Now, if you're a parent, you have a lot of patience. That's your child. That's the one that you love. But what happens whenever that child is not yours? In the case of Berta Evelin Lopez-Vasquez, 21, from College Station, Texas. She was watching a 5-month-old baby boy named Adrian. Adrian would not stop crying. That cry, that piercing cry, he would not stop. She had changed him, fed him, and changed his clothes, and he just wouldn't stop. She walks to the end of the bed where he was at, picks him up in her hands, and tries to soothe him. And she shakes him for 5 seconds. And then he keeps crying. And in a fit of anger because he would not stop crying, she throwed that 5-month-old baby boy against the head of the bed, against the wall. He hits the wall, hits the floor. His eyes roll back in his head. He stops breathing and starts seizing. Of course, Miss Lopez-Vasquez called baby Adrian's mother to come get him because he had stopped breathing. So she comes and picks him up and carries him to the emergency room, and the doctors knew something was wrong. They knew something wasn't right because the child had brain damage, like it had been shaken, and blunt force trauma because he had a fractured skull. Baby Adrian is now in stable but critical condition and fighting for his life. And Lopez-Vasquez is in the jail on a $200,000 bond. My question to this is how she treated her own children whenever they would not stop crying. When that cry just would not stop. What did she do with her own children?